Chapter 2. A Deal with the Devil. The night over the old docks didn't fade, but rather deepened, filling with a heavy, leaden dampness. Here, the air smelled, not of the sea, but of rust, fuel oil, and stagnant river mud. Beatrice turned off the engine of the car, near an abandoned warehouse, with broken stained glass windows, through which a dim amber light filtered. She knew where she was going, and she knew who she was going to. Gino Ricci didn't hide in the shadows. He was that shadow, the leader of a rival syndicate, a man whose cruelty and cold-bloodedness were the stuff of dark, almost mystical legends among the southern crime families. They said of him that he forgave debts, knew no fear, and took only what he considered his by right of force. The heavy metal door gave way, with a quiet, mournful creak. Inside the vast room, amidst wooden crates and old ship's ropes, dim light reigned. In the very center, at a massive dark oak table, sat Gino. A glass of dark amber liquor swirled leisurely in his hand, and before him on the table lay a neatly arranged collection of ancient maps and several heavy metal coins, inscribed with strange runes etched into the metal. "You're 7 minutes late, Beatrice," he said, without looking up. His voice was low, velvety, and so calm, as if her visit had been planned a month ago. There was no surprise in it, only a deep, all-consuming confidence. "I didn't count on your punctuality, Gino," Beatrice said, taking a step forward, feeling each heel of hers echo loudly under the high vault of the warehouse. "But I need your favor, urgent." Gino slowly raised his head. His eyes, gray, like a sky overcast with storm clouds, were fixated on her every movement, every breath. There was something hypnotic, heavy in that gaze, sending shivers down her spine. "A favor?" He grinned faintly, leaning back in his chair. "The daughter of my greatest enemy comes to me in the dead of night and asks for a favor. What an interesting beginning. And what does the heir to the Romano clan want?" "I need a groom," Beatrice said, trying to keep her voice steady. "For 3 days, for the wedding of Ezio and Torres. I need you to come with me, play the part of the man I'm betrothed to, and silence my clan and Ezio forever." Gino remained silent. The tension in the room was so thick it felt like you could cut it with a knife. From the street, the only sound was the occasional patter of raindrops on the tin roof. "A false suitor," he repeated slowly, as if tasting the words. "You want me to enter your family's lair, stand beside you before the old wolves, and play at love. I know I'm asking a lot. Name your price. Money, contacts at the port, any guarantees." "I don't need your money, Beatrice," Gino interrupted her. He stood. His tall, powerful figure moved with a silent, predatory grace. He slowly circled the table and approached her, stopping a step away. He smelled of expensive tobacco, cedar, and something sharp, like dried wormwood. "And your family's ports don't interest me. Then why are you still listening to me?" Beatrice lifted her chin, not taking her eyes off his gray eyes. "Because I agree," he replied calmly. Beatrice froze inside. She had been preparing for long negotiations, for threats, for extorting dangerous concessions. But Gino had agreed too easily, without bargaining, without hesitation. It contradicted everything she knew about him. "What's the catch?" she asked quietly, taking a half step back. But Gino immediately closed the distance, reaching out and gently, barely touching, tugging a strand of hair at her temple. His fingers were hot as red-hot steel. No catches. A barely perceptible, dark smile touched his lips. "You're asking me to play the role of your man in front of the entire upper crust of the South. I will play it, and in such a way that no one will doubt me. But remember, when we step into this hall, the games will end. You came to me yourself, Beatrice. Remember this moment." Beatrice felt a wave of strange, wild fear, mingled with involuntary trepidation, run down her spine. His agreement hid some hidden, terrifying trap. But it was too late to retreat. She didn't know the most important thing. Gino wasn't seeking profit in this deal, because he had written the script for this night himself. He had been watching her for years, not months. In his underground office, behind a heavy steel door, were hundreds of her photographs, detailed reports of her every move, recordings of her phone conversations, and even scraps of her sketches. It was he who had ruined her deals with suppliers from the shadows. It was he who had pushed Ezio to betrayal, carefully removing all alternatives from her life and pushing her toward the only way out, him. Beatrice thought she was hiring a liquidator to save her pride. In reality, she had just voluntarily stepped into the net of an obsessed stalker who had been waiting for this day for too long.